I'm Saturday hauling for you guys today, and I'm going to go ahead and start off with an order that I placed off of the Sephora website. And this first item is a multiple time repurchase. And this is the Josie Maran Argan Daily Moisturizer SPF 47. This particular one is the tinted one they call Protect and Perfect. So I ran out of the Protect and Perfect, which on here it says it's a tinted warm glow, and it's actually a little bit like of a tan color. And I like to mix this one with the original formula and kind of create a skin tone version for myself. And this is the sunscreen that I've been using for years and years, and I take about, I would say, 3 pumps of the tinted version and 3 pumps of the original version, and I mix them together, and that's how much sunscreen I put on my face every day. Sometimes if I'm going to be outside earlier when the sun is high, I'll even put like 4 pumps of each on my face. And I also run it down my neck. So I went ahead and I purchased another one of these guys. And this is the 2 fluid ounce bottle. I think that you can only get the 4 ounce bottles off of the Josie Maran website. It's kind of hit or miss on those, but Sephora used to carry them. I don't know what happened with that because I go through this stuff pretty quickly, but that's from Josie Maran. And then Aether Beauty came out with another one of their cheek palettes, and this one is called the Crystal Charged Cheek Palette in Amber. So it's this guy right here. There are now 3 available. I purchased the lightest pink one, and then there's a deeper version, and then they just came out with this one, which is kind of a warm corally kind of one. And there's always a little cute card inside of the box as well. It's an all natural beauty brand. The packaging is a cardboard, and there isn't any magnets or anything on there. They try to be a sustainable type of packaging, so I don't ever understand why they have the plastic piece in there with the names on there. I think they should just eliminate that and print them on the packaging since they're trying to be sustainable, but that's neither here nor there. So this is the one in Amber, and we have got the shades Courage, Balance, and Manifestation. So 2 blush shades and then a highlighter shade. And this is actually what I have on my face today. I've got this light highlighter shade on the top of my cheekbones, and it has a really strong yellow undertone to it, but it's light enough for my skin tone, and I think it looks really pretty with the look that I have on. And then I have got this blush right here on today as well, and it's kind of a satin finish. I think both the blushes kind of have a little bit of a satin sheen to them. No shimmer or anything like that, but they're not, I don't feel like they're solid matte either. So this one is again Amber. I'll give you some swatches, and then I'll show it next to the other one that I have as well. I really like the corally blush shades in here too. The highlighter is a little bit thicker of a formula, so you do kind of, need to really work it into the skin a bit. And I do feel like this formula is a different formula compared to the Pure Diamond Dust, which is a little bit more sparkly. But I still quite like this. So this is the one in Amber. And then this one right here on top is the one in Rose Quartz, and that's the other one that I have. And I liked this one so much, so I was excited to see this guy because it is kind of a pink one and then a warmer toned one right there. And those are from, again, the Aether Beauty brand. And then I also purchased another one of the Lawless Make Me Blush Velvet Blushes that are talc free. This is another clean beauty brand. It says actually clean AF on the box packaging. And this is the blush in Angel Suede. I've got 2 other ones. I use them a lot, so I went ahead and I purchased a third one, which is a little bit more of a warmer coral kind of shade, and it's so pretty. It looks really, really pretty on the skin. These, again, I would say are kind of like a satin finish. This is a hard plastic packaging. There's 0.18 ounces of product in this guy, and I just really like these blushes, so I got this one as well. And see, this one's got a little bit more of a sheen to it if you were to compare it to like the Aether Beauty one, but I see these 2 shades are kind of similar. But they blend out really pretty on the skin. They just look nice on the cheeks. So that one there is Angel Suede. And that is from Lawless Beauty in the Make Me Blush range. I'm going to swatch the other 2 that I have too so you can see the differences of them. This one is Soft Nectar. A really pretty warm pink. And then the other one I have is Sakura right here, which is lighter. Oh, I just think those colors are so pretty. Lastly, from Sephora, I purchased another one of the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powders. This thing comes with a massive amount of product. There's 35 grams, 1.23 ounces of loose powder in here. This is the shade Translucent Peach Whisper. And I got another one of these guys because I love the powder and I just ran out of my other tub. So this is the second one that I've actually used up. I just really enjoy this powder. I don't feel like it makes my skin feel dry, and it has a really nice set to it. So again, I've been through 3 of these and I really like the packaging because it has one of those flip tops. This is like my favorite style of loose powder packaging. It flips out like that, and then I just put some in the lid to pick it up on my brush. This does have a really strong kind of synthetic peach smell to it, and if you get some like on your lips or something and you taste it, it does have a sweet taste as well. It's just something, it's not like I lick it. But when I put it on, you know, powder kind of gets around your lips and stuff like that. But it does have a strong peach fragrance and taste to it. And then I purchased a few items from the ColourPop and Candy Land collection. I was really hoping to get this one in PR and I just didn't know, so I ordered some items and I ended up not actually getting it in PR, so I'm happy that I went ahead and I got like the eyeshadow palette and the items that I really wanted. I did order the Queen Frostine, and every time when I was a little kid and I played Candyland, I always wanted to be like the Queen Frostine, you know, on the board. Anyway, I purchased 2 of the glowing lip balms, and the packaging is so cute. The actual packaging has got candy canes on them. I do remember there was a candy cane lane and all those little things. But I got the shades Peppermint Frost. And this one is a pink shade. It's kind of just a glossy type of a pink. This one's a little bit more sheer than the other one I'm going to show you, which is got more pigment to it, and it also has some sparkle to it. And that one is Mr. Mint. And this one is kind of a coral color. Right there. And I quite like these. They have a little bit of a peppermint scent to them, so if you don't like peppermint in your lip products, you probably won't like that, but they do feel really nice on the lips, and they put just a bit of color on there. I don't think I finished my story on the Queen Frostine. So I did order the Queen Frostine powder puff, but I actually got an email from ColourPop, so they must have like oversold their stock or something, and they had to refund me on it, so I didn't get it. I hope that they restock and I can repurchase it because I really wanted that. But the other item that I got is the Candy Castle Pressed Powder Palette right here. This is the box packaging. It comes in a hard cardboard, and then there's a little mirror in there. It says ColourPop Land, and then here are the shadows in here. Like at first glance you wouldn't think that this would be such a wearable palette, but it's a very wearable palette. Like if you just take out this mint green, you can see how wearable that is. I wore this yesterday and I just loved the look. I had these 2 shimmer shades on the lid. This guy in the crease, and I blended out with this guy, and then I put Sugar High underneath the brow. No, I didn't. I used Candyland right here underneath the brow, and it turned out so pretty. There are actually 5 mattes in here that have a little bit of infused sparkle in them, and that's these 2 right here, and then these 3 shades. There are only 2 really shimmery shades, which are Sugar High and Plumpy. Grandma Nut, King Candy, and Lord Licorice are the only true mattes in here. I do feel like the ones with the sparkle kind of, you know, buff out into matte shades though. There aren't any pressed glitters or super shocks in this palette, which I'm happy about. They're all just pressed powder shadows. And I really get along with ColourPop's shadow formula. You guys have heard me say that a million times. But there are the first 4 shades. And then these guys. These are also magnetized in the palette, so you can remove them. Oh, they're so pretty. And then these last 2. So those are the swatches for the ColourPop, what exactly is it called? Candy Castle Pressed Powder Palette right there. I really like it. I really love the look that came out of this guy yesterday. Super cute. And then I also placed an order on the Jill Stuart website because their new 15-year anniversary collection launched, and they have special packaging and more of the Bloom Mix blushes, and it was just so pretty. I had to pick up some items. So they came out with these Rouge Lip Blossom lip colors. There's like a ton of colors. I got the one 301 Sweet Lotus. This is the box packaging, and this, it's really cute. This is the lipstick packaging. You can pop the top up, and there's a little mirror so you can see what you're kind of doing when you put your lip product on. And then there's a little gem on there, and here is your lip product. This is a kind of a sheer baby pink. It kind of feels like a balm on the lips. It has a nice high shine to it with some sparkles in there. I didn't find that this had a ton of taste or a ton of smell, which a lot of Jill Stuart products do have a really strong rose scent to them, so I was happy that this doesn't taste. So this again is the shade 301 right here. And it kind of looks like that ColourPop balm a little bit from the Candy Land that I just swatched, but it's quite a bit more sheer than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be more like a lipstick type formula, but it's definitely more along the lines of a sheer balm, but it has some really pretty like blue and purple iridescence in there. So it is quite pretty, and the packaging is super cute too. So that is the Rouge Lip Blossom lip color in 301 Sweet Lotus right there. You can kind of see how it shifts a little bit of iridescence in there. And then they also came out with 2 new Bloom Mix blushes for their 15th year anniversary. This is the box packaging right here. It's got flowers all over it. It's so pretty. And then the actual packaging is even prettier. Look at how pretty these are. Oh my goodness. So these have got like a acrylic with a tint of pink in them, where the other ones were kind of just a clear acrylic. These have got a shade of pink in there, and then you can see the little kind of graphic underneath the plastic there. They're just so pretty, and the blushes are absolutely stunning. I have every single one of their Bloom Mix blushes that they've come out with thus far. I was able to round them all up and they're some of my favorite blushes in my collection. They can go on sheer, or you can build them up, and they blend out super nice, and they leave this really pretty sheen on the cheeks. They do have a really strong rose fragrance to them though, so I know again some people are more sensitive to that, you know, fragrance in products, but I don't have any irritation or anything with these guys. So this one is the shade number 8 from the 15-year anniversary collection, and there was actually a white 15-year kind of overspray over this pink here. You can kind of see a little bit of the white still left, but it was just an overspray, and that's gone since I've used this. But I'm going to mix these all together. This is such a pretty shade of blush. It's like a lilac pink, but a coral. It's just very beautiful when it's all used together. So that's the number 8 one right there. And these gems too, if you don't want to have them kind of clipped on here, they do come off, but I just leave mine on. I just like to look at them. And then the other one is the blush number 9, again with the packaging. And this one is a more of a rose, kind of burgundy. And you can definitely concentrate your brush on certain parts of these because they're pretty large amounts. So you could get more pink or more of the mauve, or kind of customize them a little bit. I always use them just swirled all together. So you can see this one's got a little bit more mauve in there. So that one is number 9. That one's number 8 right there. They also came out with 2 of their quads, and I ordered both of them, and I opened up the box and I was like, one is missing. So they forgot to send me one of them, or pack it or whatever. So I had to send them an email, and they did say that they would be sending it out because it was just not in the box. I like triple checked like through the paper and stuff. I'm like, it's just not here. So they're supposed to be sending it out to me, but the one that I did receive is 07 New York Magnolia. Again, the box packaging is got flowers on there. And then here is the packaging of the eyeshadow. Now Jill Stuart eyeshadows are a little bit, they're a little bit different. They're like a softer type of a look, but it still looks really pretty and really sophisticated. So if you're really looking for that intense pop of either shimmer or pigment or something like that, these kind of aren't those. They're just a very easy, soft, pretty eyeshadow. Like every time I use one, I just feel like the shadow on my lids just looks very elegant, maybe that's the word I'm looking for. They look kind of elegant on the eyes, especially compared to some of the intense eye looks and shimmers and stuff that I typically use. So I got this guy. Again, this is 07 New York Magnolia. The packaging is beautiful. These are all shimmers. These first three have got a ton of shimmer in them. This one also has shimmer, but these ones are a little bit more intense. But again, there's a sheerness to this particular formula, so you'll be able to see that in the swatches. And I use it directly over a tacky primer, or I guess it's a concealer really, and I just really like how these look on the eyes. There's like roses in there. I didn't kind of ruining them, but my mom actually picked up one of these Jill Stuart quads. I gave her one that I had ordered and she liked it so much she went and ordered it for herself. So she likes these as well. When I showed her this one, her mouth was like, oh! So I'll probably end up letting her use this one too to see if she likes it. But that one is 07 New York Magnolia right there. And I really can't get enough of the special packaging. And then lastly from Jill Stuart, I got the Something Pure Blue Innocent Face Powder. It's called an illuminating face powder. And I had looked at this a couple times and just not purchased it. And then when I was doing this order, I just kind of threw it in because it looks really cute. This is the box packaging right here. And inside it does come with a little pouch that has a super soft, flat synthetic brush in there. It's got some little bows on there too. And then here's the packaging of this guy. It's got a little bow that you can also take that off if you don't want it on there. I'll just leave it on because I think it's cute. And then here is your powder right here. Now the blue, the baby blue that you're seeing in there, that is an overspray. And it was really difficult for me to ruin the overspray. I was like just thinking about not using it at all because it just looks so like pretty and delicate, but I had to find out what kind of powder this is. So it's kind of a soft translucent type of powder, but it's got a little bit of a whiteness to it, so I don't know if it'll be universally flattering, and there is a little bit of illumination to this powder as well. So I'm just going to swatch over here because I want to leave a little bit of the blue. I don't know if this swatch will do anything, but you can see there's a little bit of a glow in there. It's not something that I would use as a highlight or anything because it's got so much translucency to it, but if you're looking for like an all over glow, maybe kind of how I use the Guerlain Meteorite, this would be a powder that I would use like that for just an all over sheen to the skin that's really soft. But that is the Jill Stuart, what I call it exactly. Something Pure Blue Innocent Face Powder. This here has got a really strong, it's got a really strong powdery fragrance to it as well. It has not irritated my skin, but it does have a really strong fragrance in this guy. And then I placed an order off of the Beautylish website because I had to absolutely have this. They came out with a brush. It's called the Beautylish Presents, which Beautylish kind of has its Presents line where they create special products. And it's the Hachiko brush. And this thing is so beautiful. It's a collector's edition brush commemorating the remarkable story of Hachiko, the world's most loyal dog. And I remember seeing a video, I think it was like on Facebook or something about this dog, and he had gone back like so many times. I can't remember. It was like the train station or something looking for his owner, and I think he had passed away. Something along those lines, but they made a statue out of him. I remember the video. I don't remember the exact details. But it's commemorating that dog. And here's the box packaging. I will keep the box because it's so cute. And it does say on Beautylish that it is returning soon, so they might be coming back with it, but it's currently sold out. So if it does come back into stock, if you're a brush lover, this thing is so like, it's so pretty. This is a collector's piece. This is just like, I want to put it out, but I don't want it to get dusty. So it's a makeup brush, right? Okay. And then here is the Hachiko, the pupster right there, and his owner. And then right there is the statue that they did of him. And it's a very super soft natural bristle brush, very dense, nicely packed. This is something that I would use kind of as a finishing powder brush, but I don't know if I'll use it at all because it's so pretty. This bottom piece right here is like a ceramic or like porcelain glass. It feels like it's very weighted I knew it was going to be nice when I ordered it, but I didn't know it was going to like be this luxurious and pretty, and I don't know, it just feels really special, and I'm so happy that I picked it up. I'm like, should I have gotten one to use? No, Tara, you don't need to. But that's the Beautylish Presents Hachiko makeup brush right there. I do hope that they come back into stock with it so a couple more people can pick it up, because it's just beautiful. I'm going to put him back in his little box, in his little plastic, and put a little cover back on. And then lastly, I placed an order with the indie brand Strobe Cosmetics. They had a bundle of 3 of their eyeshadow palettes, which I'd been kind of looking at the brand for a while, and I thought this would be a good way to try them with these 3 palettes. So this first one is called the Divinity palette. Here is the packaging on this guy. There is a total of 12 grams of product, so each shadow is about 0.0529 ounces, which is a pretty decent amount of product that you're getting. The packaging is a cardboard with a magnetic closure. There's a mirror in there, and they've printed the names on the inside. This is actually the eyeshadow palette that I have on my eyes today, and like, I just really enjoy the unique color combinations that they put together in these palettes. I always find that you come up with a little bit of uniqueness in your eye looks when they're just kind of, I don't know, they look kind of random, but they're not. They work. So this is what I have on my eyes today, and so far I've really enjoyed the formula of these shadows. I haven't used every shade in all the palettes, but so far with what I have used, I'm pretty impressed by them. So this has only got 2 shimmers in there, Hathor and Kedish, and then the rest of the shades, Ocean, Aphrodite, Milda, Bastet, Rati, and Freya, are all matte shades. Which are those? Those are Greek gods, right? Maybe. You can see some really intense pigmentation there. Impressive, right? I've got all 4 of these shades on my eyes right now. And then this bottom row is all matte. And I've got this dark shade right here in the crease. Oh god darn it, I hate it when I do that. Like a little piece of the swatch shade will fall down and I'll swatch over it. Sometimes I don't realize it till I edit, but let me grab another bit of the shade Milda. Milda right there. There you go. Ignore that one. Look at that one. But a fun palette. I really enjoy how the look came out of this guy. So that one is the Divinity palette. This next one is the Creepy Cute palette, and this is the one that had my eye for a while, so I really wanted this one. Really cute packaging on there. And this one also has 8 shades. It's 0.0529 ounces per shade, and this palette is all mattes right here. And again, it's a really interesting kind of color combination that you can get some very different looks out of. But for me, this guy right here would be a pairing palette, just because there's not a really light shade in there. This you would probably deepen on me as like a peach. So it would be a pairing palette for me, but there's some really pretty pastel shades in here, and they're nicely pigmented. Like I've said before, pastel mattes are not the easiest type of shadow to create, and these are pretty nice. See that, like very intense like blue. The purple could have maybe a little bit more of a punch to it, but those ones are super pretty. And this black shade is like ultra mega black. It's so pigmented that you can feel the grit of the pigment in the black. But those are the swatches for the Creepy Cute palette right there. Also from Strobe. And then the third palette that I got in that bundle is the Arcana eyeshadow palette. And this one, again, has got 12 shadows that has 0.0529 ounces per shade. So the same amount of product in these, but this is a 12 pan eyeshadow palette. This is the one that I have not used yet. All the shades in here are pretty mid-tone or deeper. So this is not a standalone for me unless I'm going for a really smoked out deep eye, which I always need to have some type of dimension because the way I put my shadow on with my heavy hooded lid, I do a lot of like contouring with shadow to kind of hide the hood, if you will. So that's why I typically, you know, like to have a lighter shades in my palette so that I can do that. But the shades in here are really pretty. You have got Sacred, Shroud, Entity, Relic, Altar, and Darkling. Those are the matte shades. And then Familiar, Alchemy, Chalice, Nocturnal, Enchantress, and Mistress, Mystic, excuse me, are all shimmer shades. So you've got 6 of each. But aren't those some pretty colors though? Like, they're just very, very pretty. They're gonna take me into October. That's kind of the vibe this palette gives me. Is fall, like, I don't know, it just for some reason gives me Halloween vibes. But just some really pretty shades in here. I find that like some of these like mattes, there's just a kind of a uniqueness factor to them. These shades, gosh, these are so creamy too. I'm super stoked that I finally jumped in to try their stuff. I actually think I'm going to go to the website and browse after I'm done filming this video and see what else they have to offer. I think they have singles as well. Here's the last row. Gosh, these feel nice. Wicked. Wow. These are just really impressive. Like I said, I didn't use this palette yet. I haven't even swatched it till just this minute. Look at that. Those are pretty. This color is quite unique. It's like a gray with a little bit of a dimension to it, but wow, very impressed with that guy right there. So that's the Strobe Cosmetics Arcana palette. It'd have been cool if they were magnetized, but they're not. But that's okay. It'll be fine. So that is everything that I have for my haul today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.